I don't miss that in the world.
It's just so sad, and no, don't get me wrong, the parents are definitely everyone's burnt out, but at the
All right,
same
we're
Yeah.
going to
time,
go
you just
live. So you're going to
Oh,
be your conversation is now live.
okay.
oh, okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
we're
Okay. Okay.
just remember we're broken people. That's what's going
Yeah.
on. We're so broken.
Let me share a screen scene.
Anyway.
I could have to give you guys that heads up. Where is sharing my screen? Am I missing something here? Oh, there it is.
It's my carry-on, by the way.
Which one?
That's
This one?
my carry-on.
Yeah, I put it there for you.
Oh.
All right, we're live, guys.
What else is this?
That's yours.
Okay, but what were the clothes inside? Where are they? There were no clothes in
Guys,
there?
you're mic'd. Oh, I lost my sound. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I lost my sound. All right. Shalom, shalom.
Yes, shalom. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, just because I'm trying to share screen, put a background, because I can't stand that black image. I get to get a moving, an AVI image put on there.
What image? That's a nice picture. The photo you have up?
I had AI generate that.
Oh, really? Oh, nice. It's nice.
We are. All right, so let's do a housekeeping.
Let me see here.
Ready, Viv? All right, let me close this back up. All right, so Iris, we're trying to translate prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day.
Padre Santo, te doy gracias por este día.
We thank you for the 6 days that you gave us to do all of our work.
Te damos gracias por los 6 días que hemos laborado.
And we thank you for the seventh day, in which you allowed us to start our rest.
Y te damos gracias por el sábado en el cual tú comenzamos nuestro día de descanso.
We ask you to forgive us for all of our sins and our trespasses against you, O Yah.
Te pedimos, Padre, que nos perdone por todos nuestros pecados, Padre eterno.
And we ask you now to remove those things that are not like you from before your face.
Padre, te pedimos que quites de nosotros todas las cosas que no son de tu agrado.
Purge us from all iniquity, sin,
Límpianos de
guilt,
todas iniquidades y de todo pecado.
blood guilt.
De la culpa de sangre.
Remove all curses that we might have entangled ourselves in.
Y quita de nosotros toda maldición en la cual tal vez hayamos sido enredada en ella.
Cast out all spirits from our homes.
Saca, Padre de Todopoderoso, todo malo espíritu de nuestros hogares, aleluya.
And from these airwaves.
Y de todas las cosas que tenga que ver con nuestra atmósfera,
But let your will be done.
Padre, que se haga hecha tu voluntad.
We ask you to lead and be the head of this service.
Padre, te pedimos que tú seas la cabeza y el que dirija este servicio.
We ask this in Yahushua's name.
Esto lo pedimos en el nombre santo de Yahushua.
Hallelujah.
Aleluya.
Okay. We are going to Exodus 20. And we are going to start at 1. Okay, and it says, and Elohim spoke all these words, saying, I am Yahuwah Eloheka, which have brought you out of the land of Mitzrayim and out of the house of bondage, and you shall have no other Elohim or idols before me. You shall come, you shall not make unto you any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in the heavens above, or that is in earth, or that is, you lost me again. You shall not make unto yourselves any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in the heavens above, or that is in the earth or beneath the earth, or that is in the waters under the earth. You shall not bow down yourselves to them, nor serve them. For I, Yahuwah Eloheka, am a jealous El, visiting the iniquities of the fathers unto the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my Torah. You shall not take the name of Yahuwah Eloheka in vain, for Yahuwah will not hold you guiltless that takes his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it set apart. 6 days shall you labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of Yahuwah, or Alua, and in it you shall not do any work, you nor your sons, nor your daughters, your manservant, nor your maidservant, nor your cattle, nor the stranger within your gates. For in 6 days Yahuwah made the heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and he rested on the seventh day. Wherefore Yahuwah blessed or set the Sabbath day apart and hallowed it or set it apart. Honor your father and mother, that your days may belong upon the land which Yahuwah Eloheka gives you. You shall not plan murder. You shall not break wedlock. You shall not steal. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. You shall not lust after your neighbor's house. You shall not lust after your neighbor's woman, or his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, or anything that is your neighbor. And all the people saw the thunderings and the lightning and the noise of the shofar blast and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off. And they said unto Moshe, Speak with us, and we will hear. But let not Elohim speak with us, lest we die. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
And so that's our people. To all your statements we were saying early, let man talk for us because we want to have a relationship with the Most High, but let us have a relationship that is far away from the Most High. Give us a king. And the Most High said, I want to be your king. And they said, Nah, we're good. All right. Uh, was Revelation, what was it, 22? Noel always likes. What's the one that Noel likes in Revelation?
Is it, or is it Ecclesiastes, right? The whole duty of the man? I think that's the one.
No, there's Revelation. What's the whole duty? Fear God, keep his commandments.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think he always, he would always say end it with that. I thought that's the one you're talking about.
no, Revelation. There was a
Oh,
Revelation 2020. Yeah, let me see which marked up one. Nope. Was it? Gosh, where it was Noel? Um, was it
what is
20?
it pertaining to?
Huh?
What is it pertaining
That's
to?
why
Like,
I'm drawing a blank. I'm trying to remember what was
okay.
that he like that at.
Hmm.
I think it's Revelation 21, starting at verse. Uh, that was the gate. Sardis and topaz, nope. The nation then which shall walk, nope. No, that's the gates. Hmm. That's 1,000 years. Judgment for the great white throne. I don't think that was it.
Is it he shall wipe away all tears? Is that one for?
No, because I'm trying to figure what it had to do with. It had to do with coming with his, not judgment, or was it coming with his
Hmm.
reward, right? Was it that?
This one. Hmm.
Or was it the seals? That's 10? What do you have in your notes? Do you go back to your notes when we start? Is it Revelation something? Go back a couple months.
Couple months.
Yeah, go back a little bit.
Revelation 12, Revelation 22, Revelation 20.
That's when we were just in the book of Revelation. Try back, go back further.
Revelation 22, Revelation 22, Revelation 19.
You know what? Since you're popping Revelation 22,
Revelation 6.
we'll do 22 and 6. Nice combination. Revelation 22 and verse 6. Go out of King James on this one. Revelation 22 and 6. And he said unto me, these sayings are faithful and true. Let's knock that over. These sayings are faithful and true. And Yahuwah of the Ruach HaKodesh, the prophets, the Sar, sent his people, his angels, to show unto his servants the things which must shortly be done. Behold, I come quickly. Happy is he that keepeth the sayings of this prophecy of this book or scrolls. I, Yochanan, saw these things, and I heard them. And when I had heard and seen, I fell down and worshipped before the feet of the Malachim, which showed me these things. Then said he unto me, see that thou does not do, for I am thy fellow and of thy brethren of the prophets and of them which keep the sayings of the book, worship Yahuwah. But he said unto me, seal not the sayings of this prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. And he that is just, let him be, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is set apart, let him be set apart still. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, giving every man according as his work shall be. I am the Aleph and the Tav, not the Omega, the beginning and the end, and the first and the last. Happy are they that do his Torah, that they may have right to the tree of life, and that they may enter through the gates into the city. For without are, I lost my place there. For without are dogs, it says here, but that would be feminine, and sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie.
Apocalipsis 22:6 me dijo, estas palabras son fieles y verdaderas y el Señor, el Dios de los espíritus de los profetas, ha enviado su ángel para mostrar a sus siervos las cosas que deben suceder pronto. He aquí vengo pronto, bienaventurado el que guarda las palabras de la profecía de este libro. Yo, Juan, soy el que oyó y vio estas cosas, y después que las hube oído y visto, me postré para adorar a los pies del ángel que me mostraba estas cosas. Pero él me dijo, mira, no lo hagas, porque yo soy consiervo tuyo, de tus hermanos los profetas, y de los que guardan las palabras de este libro, adora a Dios. Y me dijo, no selles las palabras de la profecía de este libro, porque el tiempo está cerca. El que es injusto sea injusto todavía, el que es inmundo sea inmundo todavía, el que es justo, justo practique la justicia todavía, y el que es santo santifíquese todavía. Aquí yo vengo pronto y me galardón conmigo para recompensar a cada uno según sea su obra. Yo soy el Aleph, el Taf, el principio, el fin, el primero y el último. Bienaventurados los que lavan sus ropas para... Did you read 14?
Make up a lie? Where are
14?
you? 14, go down to 15.
Bienaventurados los que lavan sus ropas para tener derecho al árbol de la vida y para entrar las puertas de la ciudad, más los perros estarán fuera y los hechiceros, los fornicarios, los homicidas, los idólatras y todo aquel que ama y hace mentira.
That's weird. It didn't change. I'm going to stop sharing for a second. And I'm going to share, reshare. Screen one, share. Unless that's that far behind, because you had, did you pause the live? Had you restart it?
I can't pause the live.
I can. All right, maybe it's the playback over here. I don't know. Faith and key soul. All right. Where did we leave off last week? Guys, bear with me. I'm reading off of two screens and I have to stretch my head over to see this second screen. Here we go. Let's see. Share. Let's see that. Why does that look like that? Does yours look different? There you go. That's delayed. Yeah, skip ads. Okay. So we're still in Second Esdras, chapter 7. I believe we're down in the 40s, yes. You didn't do this last week. This was talking about the who shall be saved or the multitude. You don't think I could read that? 32. I think that's what, don't do that. You write like a pharmacist. That looks like a prescription. 32. Is that possible? Let me zoom. Oh, go away, commercials. Okay. Let's see where it sounds familiar, then we'll start from there. It says, and the earth shall give up those who are asleep in it, and the dust to those who rest there in silence, and the chambers shall give up the souls that have been committed to them. Second Ezra, chapter 7, starting at verse 32.
Segundo Esdras, capítulo 7, verso 32. La tierra dará a aquellos que están dormidos y la tierra también que descansa y en silencio. Todas las paredes darán sus almas que han cometido a ellos.
So what is this talking about? Anybody? This is a car today. Anybody know?
¿Alguien sabe de qué están hablando aquí?
Irish, you sound a little distant from your microphone too, just in case you don't know.
No sé.
So this is the
¿Alguien?
return of Messiah, right? So let's catch up. I'm going to start here. For indeed the time will come when the signs that I have foretold to you will come to pass, and that the city that is now not seen shall appear, right? That is the New Jerusalem, and the land that now is hidden shall be disclosed.
Empezando con 26, el tiempo vendrá que los signos que yo te han dicho pasarán y la ciudad que hasta ahora que no será, que no se ve, va a aparecer. Y la tierra también que está escondida también va a aparecer.
All right, so what in the book of, we're right in Revelation, what book does this remind you of?
¿De qué libro en Revelación te acuerdas esto?
Anybody?
This is
Yes, there's the car.
Shalom.
Hello, brother.
That was Ezekiel right there, right?
Was it?
Ese es Ezequiel ahí.
I mean, Ezra.
Esta.
Yeah, it's Ezra.
And you're saying it reminds you of Revelations, right?
What book in Revelation?
¿Qué libro en Apocalipsis?
We're right there we're in 22. What book or what chapters is this really talking about?
¿De qué libro estamos aquí refiriéndonos?
22.
22.
That's funny. You're like, hey, when you said 22, how about 12? Revelation 20, verse 12,
Verso 12. Apocalipsis.
right? And you said again, Revelation 20, Revelation chapter 20, verse
Apocalipsis capítulo 20.
11.
What
And I
verse?
saw a great, say again,
What verse?
11.
Verso 11.
Mm-hmm. He said, and I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heavens fled away, and was found no place for them. Verse 12. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Yahuwah, and the books were open. And another book was open, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which are written in the books, according to their works.
Apocalipsis capítulo 20, verso 11 y 12, y vi un gran trono blanco y al que estaba sentado en él, de delante del cual huyeron la tierra y el cielo, y ningún lugar se encontró para ellos. 12, y vi a los muertos grandes y pequeños de pie ante Dios, y los libros fueron abiertos, y otro libro fue abierto, el cual es el libro de la vida, y fueron juzgados los muertos por las cosas que estaban escritas en los libros según sus obras.
Right. So this is the foretime of that. This is the beginning of that, where his first ministry, and then the time, and then we come back to judgment. Right. So verse 27, everyone who had been delivered from the evil that I have foretold shall see my wonders. Those were the time of Moshe. For my son Messiah shall be revealed with those who are with him, and for those who remain shall rejoice 400 years. And after those years my son Messiah shall die. He did, and all who are drawn draw human breath. Then the world shall be turned back to the primitive silence 7 days. And it was the first, as at first it was in the beginning, so that no one shall be left. And after 7 days, the world that is not yet wake shall be roused, and the first, oh no, okay, that which is corrupt shall perish. So that's where we started from a while back, and now we're here at 32. Then the earth shall give up those who are asleep. We just started reading that. And in it the dust of those who rest therein in silence. And the chamber shall give up the souls of them that have been committed to them. And the Most High shall be revealed on the seat of judgment, and compassion shall pass away, patience shall be withdrawn. We did that one, right? And only judgment shall remain. Truth shall stand, and faithfulness shall grow strong. right? We did all that. So this goes that great judgment seat where Messiah is reigning and ruling.
Esto nos dice a dónde en dónde el Mesías está, a dónde el Mesías está y de a dónde está gobernando.
Back.
Yeah, if you want to go back. Start from 28.
Segundo de Esdras 7:28, por mi hijo el Mesías será revelado, con ellos están con él, y aquellos que se quedan regocijarán por 400 años. Después de esos años, mi hijo el Mesías se morirá, y todo que se respira. Y después el mundo se tornará para atrás el silencio de 7 días, como era en el principio, y nadie estará ahí, quedado ahí. Después de 7 días, el mundo que no ha todavía levantado, se levantará, y aquellos que son corruptibles también perecerán.
Now, 32 says, the Most High shall be revealed on the seat of judgment, and compassion shall pass away, and patience shall be withdrawn. What is that in relationship to the book Revelation 20, verse 12?
23, el Altísimo está revelado en el sitio de juicio, compasión también pasará, y la paciencia se quitará.
What are these two having? How are these two linked? How is judgment done? Are you
Swift.
able to go up to Messiah and say, listen here, Messiah, you know, I'm pretty much a good guy. Who's translating? Iris.
Hello?
Yes. Are you translating?
So I repeat that again. I'm sorry, I walked away.
Yeah, it's kind of, don't walk away. The Revelation, I was saying 20 and 12 is in relationship to verse 33, where it says compassion and patience shall pass away on the
Dice
seat
que
of
la
judgment.
compasión, que la paciencia y la compasión van a dejarse, ya no van a existir.
So what does that mean? There's no compassion?
¿Qué quiere decir eso? ¿Que no va a haber compasión?
It means it's over.
Esto quiere decir que ya se acabó, ya no más.
What about patience?
¿Y la paciencia?
That's over too.
What do you say, is what?
Zakar said that's over.
It's
Eso
over.
también se acabó.
Why is that over?
¿Por qué esto se acabó?
Because it's the day of the judgment. This is the time you got to pay.
Meaning what? I mean, obviously, yes, what you're saying is true. But how so?
¿Cómo así?
Like, isn't Jesus just a loving, cuddly Jesus, Lord,
¿No
Lord,
es
baby
Jesús
Jesus, cuddly?
todo
I'm gonna give you
todo
800
amoroso,
kisses.
todo bueno, Jesús?
This doesn't sound like that. This sounds like he's saying, I'm not going to listen to your story.
Esto
Well, if
no
he
dice
doesn't listen to your story, how are you going to be judged?
cómo va a ser tu juzgado.
I was just
Revelation
looking at
20, verse
Matthew.
12.
I was looking at Matthew 24,
Yo estaba mirando en Mateo 24,
verse
verso,
11, 12, 13. I don't know if that would go with that.
verso
Well, let's
11,
stick with
12, no sé.
Revelation.
¿Se
We can
refiere a la
go
misma cosa?
Oh, okay.
stick a thumb in that for a second.
Okay.
Revelation, I'm asking you, Revelation chapter 20, verse 12. We just read it. How does this verse go with that verse?
¿Cómo se compara este
What do
verso
they have
con
in
otro verso?
common? How are you being judged if compassion and
Patient.
patience
No
is
more
gone?
patience. No
¿Cómo está
more.
siendo tu juzgado?
There's no more patience.
No hay
There's
más,
no,
no hay más paciencia.
it's over. It's like,
Claro, I
Se
got
acabó.
that. I'm
yeah.
asking you, verse 12, if it's no more emotion, it ain't gonna be no speaking in tongues and all that praying, what in verse 12, how are you going to be judged?
¿Cómo va a ser tu juzgado entonces si no va a haber, si no va a existir más la compasión o la paciencia?
By Torah.
Harsh.
Yes, but how? No, no, oh, no, 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 no.
No. Well,
Yes, but
Torah.
no.
I mean, okay.
Here, guys, verse 12, it says it.
El verso 12 lo dice.
You're going to stand before the Most High God,
Tú vas a
and
estar de frente
you're
del
going to tell a
Todopoderoso.
story.
What was your last statement?
I said, you're going to stand before the Most High God, the most powerful El ever. Are
Tú
you
vas a
going to
estar,
be able to run your mouth?
tú vas a estar delante del Todopoderoso, el único poderoso que existe, y tú vas a quedar anonadada, no vas a poder ni abrir la boca,
you ain't gonna say nothing.
no vas a decir nada.
What? Okay, Zakar, what is it? I'm just asking you to read verse 12 and tell me how you're going to be judged.
Yo
It
quiero que
says
me
it.
lean el verso 12 y me digan
It starts with a B and ends with an S.
cómo van a ser ustedes juzgados. Comienza con una B y termina con una S.
And the
Book-
what were open?
The books.
Los libros.
Yes. Whew.
Los libros fueron abiertos.
What books?
¿Qué libros?
Not the Torah.
No el Torah.
Oh,
El judgment
Book of
of
Life?
all your
Book of,
deeds.
Book
Did you
of
say the
life.
book of love?
No,
I
a
said Book
judgment
of
of all
Life.
your deeds.
Oh, I think he said the book of love. In the book of will heart beat like a drum. Come on, feet. Um, what what books are these? What's in the book?
¿Qué libros son estos? ¿Qué hay en el libro? ¿Qué hay en los libros?
Your dirt. Your
Tus
Yes,
iniquidades, your
stuff you did
iniquities.
in your life.
yes. All the junk you
Todas las
did.
maldades y cosas que tú has hecho.
Now go to Esther. Well, let's go Matthew 12 and 36. And then Esther, I think that lines up with what you were saying or going to go to. 12 and 6 says, But I say unto you that every idle word that man shall speak, they shall give an account thereof on what? The day of judgment. Viv. 21. Matthew 12, 36.
36, pero yo te digo a ti que cada palabra del hombre que hablará se dará cuenta en el día de juicio.
So every idle word you say shall be judged. How is that happening?
¿Cómo está pasando esto? Que el día que va a ser juzgada.
What do you mean
What
by
does that mean? It's one thing to read it, but it's better to understand. How's that like every idle word I say?
Cada
Well,
palabra que yo diga,
is that a true saying?
¿is that what?
What's it mean?
¿Qué significa?
Esther, you there? You got a thought there? Or Bianca?
I'm looking to see where are you? Because I was looking at something else. Like,
Matthew 12 and 36. He said,
Mateo
But I say unto you,
12:36.
every idle word that men shall speak,
12:36.
they shall give an account thereof in the day of judgment. This is what that day is. He said, and the books were open in Revelation, right? And compassion, it said in Second Esdras, was gone. To be able to come to plead your case, gone.
So every idle word is everything negative, lying, every negative speech, right?
That's what idle word means. I'm with that. How does the Most High know every idle word?
Mateo
Because he's
12,
all
36.
knowing.
¿Cómo sabe el
Mas los,
Todopoderoso cada palabra de ídolo?
Because he's all knowing.
Porque él lo conoce
Is
todo, él lo
he?
sabe todo.
We know he's all
You all
knowing.
getting recorded. Everything.
Yes.
Oh, there you
Watches are
go.
recording.
The angels are recording.
Porque
Yes,
los ángeles
now
están
you got it.
grabando.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, the angel's job is to record your little rants and tirades, your little sneaky links, everything you do that you thought you got away with. Every word that was against the Most High,
Todo porque tú
everything you
pensaste que tú ibas a
say.
salir con la tuya, todo lo que dijiste, lo que hablaste, todo lo que hiciste en contra del Todopoderoso, todo lo están grabando.
Is written.
Y está escrito.
And so he's just going to open the books, basically, and your case is there.
Él va a
He's
abrir los
gonna,
libros y tu caso va a estar ahí.
he's gonna have a replay. You remember this day? Boom.
Van a
Read
volver
it.
a hacerlo, ¿me llama? A ponerlo
Remember,
todo de nuevo.
these books ain't just like lettered scrolls. These are the angels writing. These put pictures and stuff in it. These got your
Estos son
every
los
little
ángeles
nasty deed.
escribiendo todo esto y le van a poner foto a todo eso también. Va a ser
And
fotográfico todo.
we're warned in Matthew, be careful how we speak.
Ten cuidado de cómo hablas.
Jude chapter 1:14. Jude, just the book before Revelation.
Capítulo 1, verso 14.
One for two. Where is that? Yeah, 14 and 15. He says, for there are certain men crept in unawares were before of old, ordained to this condemnation, ungodly men, turning the grace of our Yahuwah into lasciviousness and denying the only Alua and our Messiah, Yahusha. And I will therefore put and in remembrance, though you once knew this, how that Yahuwah, having saved the people out of the land of Mizraim, after destroyed them that believed not, and the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, has reserved in everlasting chains under darkness and unto the judgment of the great day. Go ahead, catch it.
Judá, capítulo 1, verso 14. De estos también profetizó Enoc, séptimo desde Adán, diciendo: "He aquí vino el Señor con sus santas decenas de millares, para hacer juicio contra todos y dejar convictos a todos los limpios de todas sus obras impías que han hecho impíamente, y de todas las cosas duras que los pecadores e impíos han hablado contra él."
It's finished 6. So up to 6, and then no,
Oh, you
I didn't get to
started
7. No, I started with I forget where I was.
I thought you started with 14.
Sorry, 14. Sorry, yeah, 14 and 15.
Yeah, right.
Okay. These are murmurers, so we should be murmuring, complainers, walking after their own lusts, and their own mouth speaking great swelling words, having men's person in admiration because of the advantage. But beloved, remember ye that the words which were spoken before of the apostles of our Master Yahusha Hamashiach.
Estos son murmuradores, quejerosos, que andan según sus propios deseos, cuya boca habla cosas infladas, adulando a las personas para sacar provecho. Pero vosotros, amados, tened memoria de las palabras que antes fueron dichas por los apóstoles. Oh, you didn't read 17.
No. There's a verse I wanted to get to, and I think I passed it. I said I put you in remembrance. Okay, let's get it. Maybe we should have went back up. The verse 3. He said, Beloved, when I gave you all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that you should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints. Verse 3.
Verso 3.
Jude chapter 1,
sí.
verse 3.
Judas 1, verso 3. Amados, por la gran solicitud que tenía de escribiros acerca de nuestra común salvación, me ha sido necesario escribiros exhortándoos que contendáis ardientemente por la fe que ha sido una vez dada a los santos.
So Paul's writing this letter that Jude is writing here is basically saying, Beloved, that I'm writing to you in despair. I'm writing to you in earnest, deep desired compassion.
Dice, yo estoy escribiéndote con gran desilusión.
He's saying that there's an urgent that you do this.
Él dice que hay una urgencia en que tú hagas esto.
He said that I write to you about a common salvation.
Él dice, yo estoy escribiéndote sobre una salvación que viene.
What is that common salvation?
¿Cuál es esa salvación que viene?
Keep the law.
Yeshua.
Yeah, Yahusha. Believe in Yahusha.
Crees en Yahusha.
To do that, you must keep this commandments, because he said, if you love me, keep my commandments.
Pero para que tú hagas eso, tienes que
That's your common salvation.
seguir estos mandamientos.
It was needful for me to write to you, it says, and exhort you or to excite you or get you fired up, that you should seriously fight to make it into the kingdom.
Y te estoy escribiendo para que pelees, para que puedas entrar al reino.
He said, I'm exhorting you with the writings of our forefathers. That's what that means. This is the Torah.
Estoy hablándote de nuestros antepasados, de los escritos del pasado.
Why does that verse kill everything that Christianity teaches?
Esto mata todo lo que el cristianismo ha enseñado.
Oh, because they always say once saved,
always saved. That's very good. I wasn't even going there, but boom, that hits it out of the park. Not only that, it's about love. It's not about the law, right?
No se trata de la ley, se trata solo del amor.
But he said, if you love me, you'll keep the law.
Pero él dice que si tú me amas, tú guardas mis leyes.
What is the benefit of keeping the law?
¿Cuál es el beneficio de guardar la ley?
Life.
Everything.
La vida, todo.
Eternal life, yeah.
Eternal
La vida
life.
eterna.
So because it's written that they who have the Spirit, right, cannot sin.
Porque dicen que aquellos que tienen el espíritu no pueden pecar.
How is that true?
¿Cómo es eso verdad?
This is the same thing it's saying here. It's earnestly, if you're contending for the faith, what won't you do?
¿Qué no harías tú si estás contendiendo con la fe?
That's it.
Break the commandments. And if you do, it says we have an advocate. What it's saying here, being a sinner, right, means that you do the same thing over and over and over again. You're not going to do that because the Ruach keeps you from that.
El Espíritu Santo te aleja de todo eso.
Right? So there are people who are in church, but they go to jail.
Hay personas que están en la iglesia, pero van a la cárcel.
That seems kind of weird.
Eso es algo raro.
And I'm not talking about because they were trying to feed their family. I'm just talking about because they were decided to take the easy way out.
Porque decidieron salir por la vía más fácil.
How does the spirit keep you from that?
¿Cómo el Espíritu Santo te aleja de eso?
You could think it, but it won't let you carry it out.
Tú puedes pensarlo, pero no va a permitir que tú haga la obra.
You're the elect.
Tú eres el elegido.
Means that the Father has rights over you.
Eso quiere decir que el Padre tiene derechos sobre ti.
What about the non-elect?
¿Y qué pasa entonces con los que no son electos, elegidos?
The temptation comes in to them. Say,
What comes to them?
Let's paint a picture. There's the one with the Ruach and there's the one without the Ruach.
Está el que tiene el Espíritu Santo y está el que no tiene el Espíritu Santo.
Both of them
Los dos
have an image of lust.
tienen una imagen de lujuria.
What's the difference between the one and the other?
¿Cuál es la diferencia entre uno y el otro?
Does it? One doesn't.
One's going to carry it out and the other one's not.
Uno va
Same thought.
va a tomar acción y el otro no.
Same thought.
El mismo
One will
pensamiento.
do it and one won't.
What?
One will do it, one won't. Another
Okay.
very
Uno lo va a ejercer, el otro no.
You see somebody walking down the street and they're not paying attention and they've got money in their pocketbook. The one with the ruach will look at it and say, "Ma'am, your pocketbook is open, right?"
Uh-huh.
Translate.
Vas caminando por la calle, uno va a decirte, mira, tu cartera está abierta y el otro no.
The one without, they're going to go back there, see an easy picking, and snatch that money out of the pocketbook.
El uno va a coger el camino fácil, va a coger, entrar la mano y sacar el dinero de esa cartera.
See, the ruach wouldn't let the one with the spirit do that.
El Espíritu Santo no permite que el que tiene el Espíritu haga eso.
Or if you were about to, she turns around and all of a sudden it's like, dang, what happened? That was easy. You don't, like I told you before, the wicked can speed traffic lights and all that stuff. You can't.
El malo puede ver la luz del tráfico y no puede, y el otro no.
Even when you try to do something a little, right? You get caught.
Aun cuando tú tratas de hacer algo en pequeño, que por más pequeño que sea, te agarran, te cogen.
How many of you have caught yourself about to lie and then said, "The hell with it, I'm just going to tell you the truth"?
¿Cuántos de ustedes han tratado de mentir y de repente dicen, no, ¿qué voy a hacer? Mejor digo la verdad.
Yeah, definitely.
We took my daughter out of school for her birthday. She wanted to get her hair done. So we took her and I had to go to school to pull her out. And Viv was saying, what are you gonna say? Libby's saying, what are you gonna say? And I'm like, I don't know. We could say she got a dentist appointment, doc. And then I said, you know what? The hell with that. I'm telling her we're taking her out of school to get her hair done.
Yo iba a sacar a Libby de la escuela por un momento, porque ella quería, para su cumpleaños, quería irse a hacer el pelo, y Vivian me dice, ¿qué voy a hacer? ¿Qué le vamos a decir? Y yo dije, ay, no, yo mejor le voy a decir la verdad. Estábamos planeando, pero después cambiamos de mente.
Shouldn't have to tell them nothing. I'm coming
Well,
to get
they
my
ask you
daughter. We're
what's the
gonna go
big-
do something. Bye.
That's true, yeah.
This school is nosy, and they do ask you why you're taking her out. And I said, sorry, I'm just being honest. I'm taking her out to get her hair done.
Yo solamente le dije, quiero ser honesto, yo la voy a sacar de la escuela para ir a hacerle su pelo.
And the guy said, well, I love honesty.
Y
Nothing
dijo,
you can do anything.
yo amo la honestidad.
But I didn't have to remember a lie. I didn't have to. That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes when you think about it, you're not going to sell out for something cheap.
Nosotros algunas veces lo pensamos, pero después decimos, no vamos a entregarnos algo barato.
There was a video that somebody sent, and it was about a brother who was talking on the stoop, and he was saying some sincere stuff about friends and relationships and betrayal, and how people you trust will betray you. And I wholeheartedly believe that. I'm waiting for you, Iris.
Yo verdaderamente creo en eso.
No, I said that one of you guys shared a video where a brother was talking on outside, talking about, be careful. There's a season that we're in where even your friends will betray you.
Dice un video que estaba viendo que estaba diciendo que en estos tiempos que estamos viviendo que tengas cuidado porque aún a tus amigos también te pueden traicionar.
And he said, like, we all have this feeling, we all know like something's changing.
O sea,
And people
todos
are
tenemos este
changing.
sentimiento, este pensar de que algo está cambiando.
And the thing that I really was gonna share that video, split it, and just add to that.
Yo iba a compartir ese video y añadir unas cuantas opiniones que tengo.
New breed.
New breed. So Viv knows she's holding out here. And I wanted to say everything he said was true.
Yo quiero decir que todo lo que él dijo es verdad.
And the thing they sell you out for
Y la cosa que te venden
is not life changing.
it's not life changing.
Is not life changing.
No hace cambiar de vida.
Judas sold out Messiah for what? 30 shekels of silver, a piece of silver.
Judá vendió al Mesías por 30 piezas de oro, perdón, de plata.
It wasn't going to change his life.
No iba a cambiar su vida.
And then he got caught, or he hung himself allegedly and cut himself open from the top of his chest down to his belly button. Cut himself open.
Se encontró que él mismo se cortó desde arriba hasta su pecho.
But people betray you that love you, so-called love you.
La gente te traiciona y dice que te ama.
Think about what they betrayed you for.
Pregúntate en qué te traicionaron.
And someone taught me a long time ago, there's a value on friendship. It's usually a dollar value.
Friendship is what?
A dollar value on friendship.
Alguien una vez me dijo que la amistad tiene como un valor de $1.
Meaning that you can lend a friend money.
En otras palabras, le puedes prestar dinero a un amigo.
But there's a certain amount of money your friend ain't paying you back, and he's willing to ruin the friendship because of that money.
Y tu amigo no te paga el dinero y arriesgan el tener que dañar esa amistad por no pagarte.
And if it's not money, it'll be something stupid, something else. But
Y
it's
si no es
not.
dinero, es otra cosa.
When they have to think about it, was it worth your life? Was it life changing? And usually the answer is no.
Cuando tú lo piensas, ¿cambió tu vida? O obviamente muchas veces tú dices no.
That means we're cheap.
Eso quiere decir que somos baratos.
We'll sell each other out for $1.
Nos vendemos el uno por el otro por $1.
You see, the righteous are not that way.
Los justos no son así.
We keep our word.
Nosotros mantenemos nuestra palabra.
But the wicked don't.
Pero el malo no.
They make covenants.
¿Ah?
They will make a covenant with you.
Porque hacen un convenio.
And they'll break it.
Y lo rompen.
And all of us have been there when we were heathens.
Todos nosotros estábamos allí cuando éramos impíos.
Every marriage that broke up, look at the marriages when they break up.
Mira los matrimonios cuando ya se rompen.
Somebody was righteous.
Alguien era justo.
And remembered their covenant.
Y acuérdate del convenio.
And somebody didn't.
Y alguien no.
Now, I'm not talking about if that person abused you, beat you, blah, blah. I'm just talking
No estoy hablando
about.
de las personas que te han maltratado físicamente o verbalmente.
You got a good person.
Tú tienes una buena persona.
Who will give you the world.
Que te dé el mundo.
And that becomes boring.
Y eso se vuelve, ¿cómo se llama? Se vuelve no muy apacible. Aburrido,
Como
se vuelve aburrido.
aburrido.
Aburrido, yes, that's the word, aburrido.
And then they go after something in the world that's not giving them anything close to what you're giving them.
Y se van
Useless.
detrás de algo en este mundo que no está ni cerca de lo que tú le estabas dando.
And whether it's sexual or whether it's, oh, I'm tired of living a righteous life or whatever the excuse is, but they want to run back to the world.
O sea, sexual o lo que ellos anden buscando y se van de nuevo para el mundo.
And then what happens?
Y entonces, ¿qué pasa?
It doesn't work out the way they thought it was going to work out.
No trabaja como ellos pensaban que iba a trabajar.
But all because they
Y,
forgot the covenant.
y todo ¿por qué? Porque se olvidaron del convenio.
They forgot the commandments.
Se olvidaron de los mandamientos.
Because the Ruach wasn't in them.
Porque el Espíritu Santo no estaba en ellos.
Now remember, it happened to
Acuérdate,
David.
¿qué pasó con David?
So if it can happen to David, it can happen to you real easy.
Si le pasó a David, también puede pasarte a ti muy fácilmente.
We're not above it.
No estamos por encima de eso.
But that's what the Bible is telling us. If the Ruach remains in you, you are focused on your brain is focused, it's not wired like the heathen brain is. Your brain is focused on righteousness.
Tu mente está enfocada en lo que en las cosas justas.
You teach it to your children.
Y se la enseñas a tus hijos.
And your whole understanding, your purpose on this earth is not to gain earthly things, but it's to gain the kingdom.
Y el propósito tuyo en este mundo no es ganar cosas del mundo, sino para ganar la salvación eterna.
None of the stuff that you take here, that you gain here, can you take with you?
Nada de las cosas que tú ganas aquí vas a poder llevártela.
Except for what you do for the Most High.
Excepto las cosas que tú haces para el Todopoderoso.
That's why the Torah teaches us, happy are the feet of them that preach the good news.
Por eso la palabra nos dice que bien para aquel que enseña la buena palabra.
Messiah says, or though if you love me, if you show that you love me by keeping my Torah.
Tú me muestras que tú me quieres mostrando, manteniendo o siguiendo mi Torah.
The sign of that is the Sabbath.
Uno de los símbolos de eso es el sábado.
A very simple thing.
Algo bien simple.
The Sabbath is a sign between Yah and his people.
El sábado es un símbolo entre el pueblo de Israel y el Todopoderoso.
Think about it. If you can't keep the Sabbath, you won't be able to keep anything else.
Si tú no vas a poder guardar el sábado, no vas a poder guardar nada más.
Is that true?
¿Es eso verdad?
That's the day that the Most High says, sit down and rest.
Ese es el día que el Todopoderoso se sentó y descansó.
I mean, come on. That's the easiest thing.
Esa es la cosa más fácil.
Put away the world for a day.
Cerrar el mundo por un día.
Break bread with your brother and sister.
Y orar y comer pan con tu hermano.
Isn't that what we're doing right now?
Yeah, don't
¿Ah?
buy yourself.
Is that not what we're doing right now?
¿No es eso lo que hacemos ahora mismo?
Yep.
You're keeping the Sabbath.
Seguir el sábado.
Not only are you keeping the Sabbath, you're keeping as soon as the Sabbath comes in, you're right there keeping the Sabbath.
Cuando llega el sábado, tú estás ahí, todo esperando para mantener el sábado.
Technology is a wonderful thing.
Technology, you say?
Technology, yeah, we're able to keep the Sabbath together.
La tecnología es algo muy bueno. Mira cómo guardamos el tiempo juntos.
I think about that all the time. Yep. Get to do the Sabbath.
Mm-hmm. So that's simple. And so the things that are being listed here, these wicked men in Jude, these are the railings and people who the Most High hates. He hates. This is not good.
Esto no es bueno.
That's why it says, I think we read it before already, but I'll do it again. For there are certain men who crept in unawares, were before of old the Testament, before that, early, the garden type things, these spirits, right? This condemnation of the ungodly men turning the grace of Yahuwah into lasciviousness, lusting. We saw that during the time of the Exodus. The heathens that came with the Hebrews, they were on the outer camp, but the first thing they did was go back to their lust. And what
Lo
happened to
primero
them?
que hicieron es regresar a su lujuria, a sus deseos.
They
And what
got
happened to
buried.
them because of their lust? Huh?
They got buried.
They were killed
¿Y qué le pasó por su lujuria?
and
Murieron.
denying the only master, Yahusha, and our Messiah, right? And he said, then in verse 5, he said, and I will therefore put you in remembrance, though you once knew this, how that Yahuwah, having saved the people out of the land of Mizraim, that was the Exodus, afterwards destroying them that believed not. Those were the lascivious ones. They were on the outer camp, and he killed them because they wanted to go back to lusting.
Y él los mató porque querían de nuevo regresar a seguir haciendo lujuria.
Remember, they wanted meat, and the other ones, they started complaining, this and that. But the other ones wanted to do their thing.
Y ellos querían, los otros querían hacer su cosa.
Moshe was on the mountain. What happened down on the land? The people were lusting.
¿Qué pasó en la tierra? La gente estaba cometiendo lujuria.
Also, verse 6, and the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, have reserved in everlasting chains of the darkness unto the judgment of the great day. That's Genesis 6.
Génesis
Right?
6.
These giants, and they came after, they made a vow to swear to do this thing. Then they went down and lusted after the women on the earth. Giants were formed. They started eating the people. You can read about that in the Book of Enoch. They started teaching sorcery and witchcraft, all these things now that are very popular right now.
Comenzaron a hacer todas estas cosas que hoy en día son, sabemos que son muy populares.
All these shows are bringing these type of spirits, all these like
Todos estos shows están trayendo todos estos espíritus.
most of the TV shows now, you have to have some type of alternate lifestyle.
Oh, Transformers? Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, thank you, Esther. Thank you. You gotta have a transformer.
Tiene que tener
Gotta.
un transformador.
And there's gotta be a kiss between two transformers.
Y tiene que haber un beso entre dos transformadores.
Even when it doesn't even fit. It just gotta be there.
Y tiene que estar ahí.
And then on these other shows, you even look at anime. It's always
Y
about these demons, these people with these different demonic powers.
siempre se trata de estos demonios, de estos poderes endemoniados.
See, these are the gods of old. These are the gods of the Greeks. These are your
Estos son
Hercules stories,
los dioses de los griegos,
your Zeus stories, your Apollo.
la historia de Jesús, de Apolo.
I mean, go back to the ancient times, all those Hammurabi textbooks, the books of Hammurabi, where again the gods, these lowercase g's, they're coming back, and everything is coming back. These are the ancient things,
Están regresando todo.
and that's what this is talking about. Genesis 6. And he said, even as Sodom and Gomorrah, verse 7, even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them, in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and giving after strange flesh, transformers, right? More than meets the eye. More than meets the eye. You can't tell what it is anymore. Are set forth for an example of the suffering and the vengeance of the eternal fire. That's the judgment in those books.
Genesis 6.
I said Genesis 6.
It's Jude.
I said Jude here is pointing back to Genesis 6 in the Bible, in the Torah, where it talked about these angels, these demons who left their first estate. They made a pact. They came down and made it.
Read those.
No, we're good there. Right? So verse 7, you can read verse 7 because that's where you would have caught up.
Judá 1:7, como Sodoma y Gomorra y las ciudades vecinas, las cuales de la misma manera que aquellos, habiendo fornicado e ido en pos de vicios contra naturaleza, fueron puestas, por ejemplo, sufriendo el castigo del fuego eterno.
See, this is what it's saying there that men going after women wasn't good enough anymore. Men had to go after men, women had to go after women. There's a challenge. I was trying to explain this to my wife that a good looking man doesn't find it's not challenging for a good looking man to conquest a good looking woman. That's boring. Iris,
Hello?
catch up. Yeah.
Sorry about that. I went to get water.
Iris, can you tell us when you're breaking? Because then I have to remember what I said.
Sorry about that. My mistake.
That's two,
Oh,
three. You got to go 20 push-ups.
oh, you counting now?
What?
I went over there to get a pill, and I
The
got.
Lord is your pill, Iris.
I
The
know. I
Lord is.
understand. My bad. My
All
bad.
right. So where did I leave you? Because I think you missed a lot because you didn't translate.
No, your last statement. Vivian was reading when I went to get the reason why I moved because Vivian was reading when I went over to.
Yes. So no, what I'm saying is the challenge isn't anymore this flesh that it's talking about here, strange flesh. That's what I'm explaining.
¿Cómo se llama eso? How you say challenge. El reto no es la carne.
Yeah, it's strange flesh. It's just it means that what you're not supposed to touch, you're touching,
Lo
and
que tú
what
no
you should touch, you're not touching.
Lo que tú estás supuesto a tocar, no estás tocando. Y lo que estás supuesto a tocar, lo toca. Lo que no estás supuesto a tocar, lo toca. Y lo que estás supuesto a tocar, no lo toca.
Now, by the way, strange flesh isn't just that. Strange flesh is also if you're a man and you're married and you're going after a woman that's not your wife, that's strange flesh and vice
La carne
versa.
extraña también es, por ejemplo, el que tú tengas vallas detrás de otra mujer o tengas relaciones con otra mujer que no sea tu esposa.
In other words, everything the father said, touch not, and you touch,
Lo que,
you're messing with fire.
lo que el padre dice que no toques, si tú lo tocas, tú estás jugando con fuego.
But the Ruach, we fear that.
Pero nosotros que tenemos el espíritu, le tenemos miedo a eso.
But without the Ruach, you don't fear that.
Pero sin el espíritu, tú no tienes miedo.
You're like, yeah. You
Tú
know,
dices,
all that Bible churchy stuff. I got to
todas estas
live my
cosas de
life.
la Biblia.
And the kids will always tell you, you want to serve Yah? No. I got to live my life.
¿Tú quieres servir al poderoso? No, yo quiero vivir mi vida.
I remember asking Bianca that at 13, I think it was 13. Do you want to serve Yah, Bianca? And she said, yeah.
Yo me
Only
acuerdo de
kid.
decirle a Bianca
Emmanuel
cuando
too.
tenía como 13 años, ¿tú quieres servir al Padre? Y ella dice sí.
Who just stayed with the Bible study all those years.
Y se ha quedado con el estudio bíblico todos esos años.
And look at you, of all your friends, you got a master's, you know, you may
Y
not like your
mira,
job, but you're
de,
still moving forward.
de todos tus amigos tienes una maestría, y, tienes tu trabajo, no te gusta mucho, pero tienes trabajo.
Father's done quite well with you,
El Padre ha hecho muy bien contigo.
right? You seek those who are like-minded. You're not trying to be with a heathen. You know, you went after just, work out with a a believer who could possibly learn Torah, that's a good start.
Trabajar posiblemente con un creyente que siga el Torah.
This is what happens when you follow after the Father.
Esto es lo que pasa cuando cuando tú buscas al Padre.
Train up a child.
Enseña a un niño.
And trust me, there's heathens that do the same thing, but the difference is the Father counts yours. You don't count that.
Los impíos también hacen lo mismo, pero acuérdate, el Padre cuenta lo tuyo.
Two people exactly the same. One keeps the Torah and the other one don't. So sorry for the one that doesn't.
Acuérdate, dos personas, uno sigue el Torah, el otro no. Lo siento mucho por el que no la sigue.
They still remember the parable of the 10 virgins, right? 10? 9, 10. They
Acuérdate
still went.
de la parábola de las 10 vírgenes.
5 were inside.
5 estaban adentro
5 came late.
y 5 llegaron tarde.
The came late didn't get in.
Y las que llegaron tarde no entraron.
Messiah says, sorry, I don't know you.
El Mesías dice, lo siento, yo no te conozco.
And they started so-called knowing the scriptures.
Y comenzaron conociendo las escrituras.
So all 10 knew the scriptures.
Cada una de las 10 sabían las escrituras.
But the Spirit wasn't with all 10.
Pero el Espíritu no estaba con todas las 10.
That's what it says here, back to 7, going after strange flesh, to set forth an example of the suffering vengeance of the eternal fire, meaning you're going to perish. Right? Verse 8. Likewise, also, their filthy dreamers defile the flesh and despise dominion and speak evil of dignitaries.
8. No obstante, de la misma manera también estos soñadores mancillan la carne, rechazan la autoridad y blasfeman de las potestades superiores.
Now it says, yet Michael, the archangel, when contended with the evil he disputed about the body of Moshe, does not bring against him railing accusations, but said, Yahuwah rebukes you.
Pero cuando el arcángel Miguel contendía con el diablo, disputando con él por el cuerpo de Moshe, no se atrevió a proferir juicio de maldición contra él, sino que dijo: el Señor te reprenda.
What does that mean?
¿Qué significa eso?
Michael didn't have to do nothing but just say the law, Yahuwah rebukes you. Like, I don't have to do nothing. All he has
Miguel
to.
dice, no tengo que hacer nada, solamente Dios,
Yeah.
Yahweh te
Yeah,
reprenda.
That he's going to give him judgment. Like, you're already.
Yeah, so in other words, Michael didn't run his mouth.
Yeah, he didn't have to do much, yeah.
Michael didn't stand and try to defend himself.
Miguel no
with
se
all
trató
that
de quedar
power,
ahí, defenderse.
And Michael, with all that power, just said, Yah rebukes you.
Y con todo ese poder, solamente dijo, Yahweh te reprenda.
Now, let me ask you, what was Hasatan wanted to do?
Take the body of Moshe.
Yeah, I know, but
¿Qué quería Satanás hacer?
What
Satanás
did he
quería
want to do with that body is what I'm asking.
Quería coger el cuerpo de Moisés. ¿Qué iba a hacer él con el cuerpo de Moisés?
What does Moshe represent?
¿Qué significa the Torah? ¿Qué significa Moisés?
Yeah.
¿Qué representa Moisés? Representa el Torah.
Defile the body of Moshe is defiling the Torah.
El maltratar o desafiar el cuerpo de Moisés es también hacer lo mismo con el Torah.
Defiling the Torah is defiling Mashiach.
Es matar a Moisés, a la ley.
Taking that, making it an open shame, whatever he planned to do with it was to defile, because that's what he does.
Lo que él estaba planeando era matar o quitar o desafiar la palabra.
Corrupted the seed.
Y corrompir la semilla.
Yet in all that Michael's power, when Hasatan, he's dealing with him, he just yells, rebuke you, back off,
Con
go
todo el
away.
poder de Miguel, él solamente dijo, Yahweh te reprenda.
It's powerful enough that Hasatan flees.
Es tan poderoso, eso solamente eso es tan poderoso que Satanás
But
se tuvo que ir.
but it says we on earth, filthy dreamers, we defile our flesh, and we despise dominion. We despise the Torah. We despise our leaders. We despise the prophets. We
Con
despise
todo eso,
them.
nosotros odiamos al profeta, odiamos a los líderes.
And we speak evil of dignities, angels, the Most High.
Y hablamos mal de ellos.
You know it because they killed the prophets.
Sabemos porque mataron a los profetas.
Yeah, they hated them.
I mean, you see it even with some of these brews that are on the corner, and some of them talking crazy, but people are seeing shoot at them, right? You see people spitting on them. When we want to go to fight, they want to fight them, but they'll sit in the church and let an old slave master say any old crazy thing that they don't have, or that they're not all human and all the kind of stuff, disrespect, and say not a word.
No dicen ni una palabra cuando están en las iglesias y hablan barbaridades de cosas y no defienden.
People take your heritage and you say nothing.
La gente te roba de dónde tú vienes, tu herencia, y no te dicen, y tú no dices nada.
Oppression of brown people all over the world, you say nothing.
Opresión sobre la persona negra y nadie dice nada.
But want to fight the Bruce.
But you want to fight what?
The Hebrews, the brothers on the corner that want to preach.
Pero quieres pelear a los hebreos.
And I'm not saying that everything they're saying is right, God forbid, but they ain't all wrong.
Es como que no hacen ningún mal.
I can tell you for sure they're righter than most of the Christian pastors. I know that.
Repeat it again.
I said that they're still 100% more righteous than these Christian pastors.
Ellos es más justo hoy en día que estos pastores cristianos.
Teaching you lies about you don't have to keep the commandments.
Que te
That's a
mienten
lie from the
diciendo que no
devil.
tienes que guardar los mandamientos.
You know what? And you think about like how many churches are in the hood, and nobody thinks about like why haven't I seen any change with all these
Y tú
churches?
piensas y dices, las tantas iglesias que hay en las vecindades, y tú no te preguntas por qué no ha habido cambio.
And you know what a church is next to? A liquor store.
That was gonna say.
Y sabe a dónde está la iglesia. La iglesia está cerca
right next to the liquor
una
store.
licorería.
Couple steps away, a block down. And don't think you're not going to see your pastor in there every now and then trying to get a little something on the way home.
Y no creas que no vas a
Medicinal.
ver a tu pastor tratando de conseguir un poquito de ese licor de vez en cuando.
This world is a mess because we've walked away from the very thing that Jude said in verse 3. He said, with diligence, with this desire thing, like brothers, contend for the faith. You better
Dice
be
que
fighting.
contienda por la fe.
Now look where we are right now. If Jude is not perfect for this time, well, we all better be contending for the faith, because these people start talking about nuclear options.
Esta gente estaban hablando de cosas nucleares.
I mean, this is the time, man. They're like, well, you can survive a nuclear attack if you stay inside your house. And
dicen que tú puedes tal vez sobrevivir un ataque nuclear si te quedas adentro de tu casa.
Yeah, have mercy on us.
But it says that we are to fight hard, diligently for this thing.
Dice que
Kingdom.
debemos de pelear diligentemente.
Because as you've seen in Esdras, that it says right here, patience is no, there ain't no patience at that time. When it's judgment, that this is the time of judgment. Do not
Este es el
think
tiempo de justicia, que no va a haber
that
más paciencia.
your cunning words are going to get you in the kingdom.
Tus palabras no te van a llevar al reino.
It's not.
No te va a llevar al reino.
And don't think that, I've heard people say, oh, I'm just going to ask the Father to treat me with the way I treated other people. I was good to people.
Yo soy era buena
Um,
con la gente.
I fed the poor.
Yo
I
le di
did
de
all
comer
these
al
things.
pobre.
Did you keep the commandments? No. Oh, get out of my face.
¿Seguiste los mandamientos? No, sal de mi vista.
And that conversation is not going to be had with you. The Bible tells us that our tongue will confess.
Dice que nuestra propia lengua va a confesar.
It means your tongue is going to tell on you.
Nuestra lengua va a decir, va a delatarnos.
Your tongue is a witness to your filth.
Y va a ser testigo a nuestra sociedad.
And your tongue is going to, once again, tell your deeds. And that's why we're to confess our stuff now. Well, we don't we want to keep a secret. We got secrets.
Nosotros queremos seguir con secretos.
And one of the things you learn, you will hear people say, why somebody got to be all up in my business? Why, get a life, all that nonsense. Okay.
La gente dice, ¿por qué todo el
Okay.
mundo quiere saber de mis cosas? Que busquen
Remember
una
that.
vida.
Get a life.
Que busquen
Yeah.
una vida.
You're going to be fighting for yours and you ain't going to win.
Tú vas a pelear y no vas a ganar.
All right. Where's my reader? We talked about here. Let's finish up Jude with the timer. Wait, 9. Okay. When he talks about them, just trying to find where we're railing accusations. Right. Oh, verse 10. But these speak evil of those things which they know not, but what they know naturally as brute beasts, in those things that they corrupt themselves. Verse 10.
Pero estos blasfeman de cuantas cosas no conocen y en las que por naturaleza conocen, se corrompen como animales irracionales.
So the things about the Bible, the Torah, which they should know, they don't know.
Las
They
cosas que
bring it
tienen que
now.
saber de Torah no las saben.
That's the Christian church. Oh, you ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to keep the commandments.
Esa es la iglesia cristiana. Oh, tú no tienes que hacer nada de eso.
That's what we call them brute beasts. They're like a bull in a china shop. They talk a lot, but they're
Hablan
wrong.
mucho, pero están equivocados.
And the things that they shouldn't know or do, that they do. They corrupt
Las cosas
themselves
que
with
deben
the
de hacer,
things
no deben de hacer, las hacen.
that they shouldn't. You know not to steal, but you steal. Bible
Tú,
calls you a brute beast.
tú sabes que tú no debes de robar y roba.
It's called a dumb animal.
La Biblia le llama un animal sin conocimiento.
I believe it's where the term dumbass comes from.
Yo creo que de ahí es que viene
It's
una persona
a
que es
dumb animal.
un
You
burro.
brute.
Una persona
And,
que es un burro.
and you know, but you don't care.
Y tú sabes que porque que no te importa.
And so he says they corrupt themselves.
Y dice que se corrompen el uno con el otro.
Verse 11. Woe unto them. Now, anytime you see that woe, it's not like whoa, like a party, woe unto them. It's like
Judgment
a
time.
scream, like a oh my Yah. Woe unto them.
Judgment
Oh,
is on its way.
Yeah, that's the
hay de
woes
aquellos.
are never like you're reading here in English. That's a horrible, horrible translation. That woe means horror. a curse
Ese,
unto them.
ese ay
Go
significa
ahead. For they have gone in the way of Cain, and they have ran greedily after the errors of Balaam for rewards. This is what it is talking about, but a reward that's worth nothing, and perish in the gainsaying of Kor.
11. Ay de ellos, porque han seguido el camino de Caín y se lanzaron por lucro en el error de Balaam y perecieron en la contradicción de Corre.
What's that word? What is the first word in Spanish there?
Ay.
Ay. It's probably a little more like terror. When sometimes when you say
ay.
that in
No,
Spanish,
I
and
is
like
like
more like
I is
ay, when you
a
see
lament.
that the
Like
person
it's like a
they
lament.
hold their head, right?
Yeah, like a lamenting, like lamenting. Ay.
Mm-hmm. Ay, like
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, like I like usually if you see a car accident, that's the first thing I see out of I that's the like whoa, that is exactly see these other languages are so much better than English for this stuff. That's exactly right. He
Hey,
says verse 12, these are spots in your these are spots in your feast of charity, and when they feast with you, feeding themselves without fear, clouds they are without water, carried about of winds, trees with no fruit, with trees whose fruit withers, and without fruit twice dead, plucked up by the root.
Estos son manchas en vuestros agapes que comiendo impúdicamente con vosotros se apacientan a sí mismos, nubes sin agua llevadas de acá para allá por los vientos, árboles otoñales sin fruto, dos veces muertos y desarraigados.
All right. So let's break this down. The first piece of that, woe unto them, we did the woe, for they are going after the way of Cain. What is the way of Cain?
Porque fueron detrás de las cosas de los reyes o de las maneras de los reyes.
Murdering your brother.
There it is. You
that's what I was
murder your
thinking. Yeah.
own blood.
Matando a tu propio hermano.
I don't murder my own brother, my own blood.
Yo,
Are you
yo no
sure?
maté a mi propio hermano.
What does it say about the tongue?
¿Qué dice de la lengua?
You can murder somebody with your tongue.
Tú puedes matar a alguien con tu lengua.
Evil speaking.
Hablar malo.
You can kill your, this is we warn, we warn women always, watch how you speak to your husband. Watch, husband, watch how
Cómo
you
le
speak to
hablan
your
a sus
wife.
esposos. Miren cómo le hablan a las esposas.
Breaking covenant, those things murder their relationships. There's murder all around.
Hay
And
muerte, homicidio, todo alrededor.
in our community, we kill each other quite
En nuestras
easily.
comunidades, nosotros nos matamos el uno con el otro.
And then not just are you a murderer, and ran greedily after the errors of Balaam. Who was Balaam?
¿Quién es Balán?
Was Balaam not a Hebrew?
Fue Balán, Balán no era hebreo. I think
And what
he
did he want to do?
was. ¿Qué dice?
Iris, your microphone's breaking up. Is that me or is it my Iris's microphone?
No,
Think it's
my
you.
Sovian.
Yeah, it started breaking up a little bit. Yeah, so what did Balaam do that's so bad?
He told how to destroy the
¿Qué
Hebrew.
fue que hizo
Yeah, he
Balán que
betrayed
era
his
malo?
brother once again. Betrayal. The father
Él
hates it.
traicionó a sus hermanos.
You
El padre no
betrayed
le
your own
gusta eso.
people. For what?
Tú traicionaste a tu propia gente.
Money. Again, you will
Dinero.
sell out and it won't be worth it.
Otra vez te vas a vender y no vale la pena.
Now, Balaam had an angel visit him and he still sold out Yasharel.
Y Balán, un ángel lo visitó y como quiera vendió a Israel.
Well, angel may not visit you, but selling out your brother, selling out the covenant, selling out your family, selling out. And this ain't the snitching thing. That is not this. That is not you see someone doing evil and you won't say nothing. No, that's not what this means. To be training your people for the
Eso no
oh
es que
my
me digas
God.
que ve a alguien haciendo malo y tú no haces nada, no se trata de esto.
Like Judith.
Yes. But it's also betraying your people for status. Oh, I'm not, oh, they ain't my people. You don't, you want to, you let's say I don't know, you don't want to be with your people because you want to be like those other people.
Tú no quieres estar con tu gente
It
porque
sells out.
tú quieres ser como los demás.
You're on TV all the time. Mockery. That whole
Estás con,
whole thing with Cat Williams. I don't know if you got not Cat Williams,
con
the
otra
little
gente
short
todo el
one.
tiempo.
Kevin Hart,
Está burlándote.
right? He had a roast and he let this transformer talk about one of the guys that the police choked out. Talking about he's looking up at Kevin. That's like saying
What,
he's in hell.
Kevin Hart?
Yes. Look on YouTube, the roast.
No.
Yeah, people
Kevin
got
Hart.
offended by that. They're like, "Whoa, what are you saying? You
A script for
don't give a damn. Those are the wrong people to write for."
No, that's what they're like getting on him for.
Well, the main part of that is this when an Edomite sits there and tells him that I forget his name, one of the guys, George Floyd, I was looking up at you.
Total disrespect.
Total. And Kevin said, "Oh, it's funny. That's what's supposed to happen." Wow. But to be like them and to keep that money coming, you gotta sell out.
Para que tú, pues, para que tú tengas que ser como ellos y para que el dinero siga llegando, tú tienes que venderte.
And we can't just pick on Kevin Hart. Daggone well, you sold out I have sold out of my job where these people say some of the most annoying stuff and you keep your mouth shut because you want a job.
En tu trabajo, la
Knowing
gente
you would
dice un poco
choke
de cosas
them
y
if that was the
tú
street.
te quedas con la boca callado porque tú necesitas tu trabajo.
Very racist things can be said on your job. Very, oh, I didn't mean it like that. Oh, you
Muchas
could take
cosas
that the
racistas
wrong
lo
way.
dicen en el trabajo y dice, oh, no quise decir eso.
This is the world we live in, right?
Este
But
es el
there's
mundo en que
the
vivimos.
real sellout is when you're Charles Barkley and you're kissing some old dude in the lips.
What?
This is the crazy stuff that's going on right now
Las cosas
on
locas que
TV.
están pasando hoy en día.
Some coach he had early on in his basketball career, kissing him like he's a father figure. Come on, we got to stop this. And that's what it's talking about here. That these are spots that at your feast of charity, they're a blemish, and they're greedy, they're gluttonous, they're clouds without water. What is a cloud without water? Useless.
¿Qué son
Drought.
sin agua?
Yes.
That's drought. There's no rain.
And what about fruit trees that wither? What's
Yeah,
the
no.
promise?
Y la fruta que
What was the promise
no se
Messiah
seca.
made to his father about the branch that produces no fruit?
Y ¿qué dice el padre sobre aquellos árboles que no producen?
He said he was going to take them, the angels were going to gather
Oh,
them
with the
up
wheat and the tares, right?
and
That's the tares.
throw them into the fire.
Él dice que la va a coger y la va a tirar en el fuego.
So this is these people. These people are going to be gathered up and thrown into the lake of fire.
Y esta gente lo van a reunir y van a ser tirados en el lago de fuego.
So
They
the
said they're twice
spots,
dead. What does twice dead mean?
is
What do you
that
say?
How are you
twice
twice
dead?
dead?
I'm thinking like physically and spiritually.
That's one. No,
Físicamente
physically
y
is the
espiritualmente.
The physical is like no harvest, no
El
rain.
físico es que no hay cosecha, no
physically.
hay lluvia.
No.
Yeah, so it's this. Though you're alive, you're dead. Meaning that you, like you said, you have no spirit, no spirit in you,
Mm-hmm.
No
and
espíritu en ti.
you're walking after your own lust.
Y tú
You're
estás
dead.
yendo detrás de tu propia lujuria.
That's where dead man walking comes from.
De ahí
So,
viene el hombre camina muerto.
so when
They're
he says
dead,
these are
yet they're alive.
spots, so, oh, I see, I get you. Right.
Now,
They're
that's one
walking
dead.
dead, like
What's the second dead?
¿Cuál es la segunda muerte?
the lake of fire.
Yeah, it's natural. Your spirit transformed into
Yeah,
that
so
spirit that
that's
doesn't
it.
die,
Tu espíritu transformado en eso.
and you were cast into the lake of fire.
Estás entonces echado al lago de fuego.
There's a
So,
reason.
so let me
There's
ask
a
you.
promise.
So what? So when he says these are spots in your feet, is he saying your feet are unclean?
The spots in you, would these make your feast unclean?
Cuando dice que si
Mhm.
estos son manchas en tus pies, ¿quiere decir que tus pies están sucios?
Remember, we're not supposed to have such doing with these people.
No estamos supuestos a tener ningún bregar con esta gente.
It's not talking about the goyim. It's talking about the people amongst you, your
Está
own
hablando de las
brethren.
personas entre ti.
Paul talks
Oh
about
yeah,
this. Your
because he
brethren
says
that
witnesses with you,
are
yeah.
supposed to, that do evil. He said, have no doings with them.
Y dice que no tenga nada con ellos.
This ain't talking about stranger. This is talking
No
about
está
your
hablando, no está
brethren.
hablando de extraños,
Cast them out.
que lo eche fuera.
They're twice dead, plucked up to by the root. Then he calls them raging waves of sea, foaming out their own shame, wandering stars, to whom is reserved the blackness and darkness forever. 13.
Fieras ondas del mal que espuman su propia vergüenza, estrellas errantes, para las cuales está reservada eternamente la oscuridad de las tinieblas.
Does this has to do with the fallen angels?
¿Tiene esto que
Not
ver con
just the fallen
los
angels.
ángeles caídos?
Got to remember the fallen angels, though, they were reserved unto darkness. These walk in darkness forever. Darkness is not just ignorance. This is being without salvation, without hope, without anything but destruction. Blackness and blackness of darkness forever. Reserved means, you thought you got over. Come here.
Tú pensaste que te iba a salir con la tuya, ven aquí.
I mean, you could, and think about it. There's people out there that were married and did trash their husband or trash their wives. They got married and treated the nice one just as nice as they could be, and think everything is good. But no, that blood's still on your hands. You didn't reconcile that. You married two, three, four, like these celebrities. They get married 9, 10 times, like it's nothing.
Estas celebridades se casan 3 y 4 veces como si no fuera nada.
But
Like
they forgot
Elizabeth
your covenant.
Taylor.
Huh?
I said Elizabeth Taylor. She was the beginning.
Come on, stop it. You know J-Lo came to your mind first. You don't go to Liz Taylor. J-Lo first, then Liz.
No, J-Lo,
Liz
no,
is the queen of it. Like, yes, Liz got
I
the
think
probably
Liz
the
did more.
most. But
Was
J-Lo
the
should know
beginning.
better. And all that nonsense. But this is the world. This is the world we live in. And these people are called, stars.
Este es el
These
mundo que
stars
vivimos y
fall from
esta gente
heaven.
se le llaman que son estrellas.
All right. Uh, Let's go 14. And Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesies of these, saying, Behold, Yahuwah comes with 10,000s of his saints to execute judgment upon all and to convince all their ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds which they have ungodly committed, and of all their hard speeches which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. This is every idle word.
De estos también profetizó Enoc, séptimo de Adán, diciendo: He aquí vino el Señor con sus santas decenas de millares, para hacer juicio contra todos y dejar convictos a todos los impíos de todas sus obras impías que han hecho impíamente y de todas las cosas duras que los pecadores impíos han hablado contra él.
All right. We are kind of out of time. 9:53. Good. Any questions?
¿Alguna
Avoided it too
pregunta?
fast. No, going once, going twice. Okay. Heavenly Father Yahweh, thank you for this day.
Padre Santo Yahweh, gracias por este día.
We thank you for your Torah.
Te damos gracias por tu Torah.
And we thank you that you still have people who desire to keep your Sabbath.
Padre, te damos gracias porque todavía tú tienes gente que quiere guardar tu sábado
And that you allow us to break bread once again.
y que tú permites que rompamos pan juntos una vez más.
Remember us in spite of ourselves, Father.
Acuérdate de nosotros, Padre, aunque no a través de nosotros mismos.
Keep your hedge about us.
Padre, que guarda tu cerca, mantén tu cerca alrededor de nosotros.
And bless everyone in the sound of my voice.
Padre, bendice a cada uno de nosotros al sonido de mi voz.
From the oldest to the youngest.
Desde el más viejo hasta el más joven.
Bless their homes.
Bendice sus hogares.
Bless their jobs.
Bendice sus trabajos.
Bless their health.
Bendice su salud.
Most of all, bless their entire families.
Más que nada, Padre, bendice a toda su familia.
And that you would wake up all Yashara.
Y que tú, Padre, despierte a todo Israel.
Calls our people to turn from their unrighteous ways.
Y que tú llame a tu pueblo a que se echen del lado de las cosas malas.
Recognize who they are.
Y que reconozcan quiénes son.
And walk like kings and queens and prince and princess.
Y que caminen como reyes, reinas, príncipes y princesas.
We ask this in Yahusha's name.
Esto lo pedimos en el nombre santo de Yahusha.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Blessed is his name.
Hallelujah.
We're not going to be available next Friday. Okay. But I'll let you know for sure. I'll send you a text or something.
No.
Are you going on vacation? Not that you need to share your business with me.
Bianca, no. Bianca,
graduating.
She's not going to be home. No, she's not. No, graduation. No, she's not going to be home. Jasmine is not home either. Jasmine is in Texas, somewhere in Austin, Texas.
Oh, okay.
So, but I'll let you know for sure. I'll send you a text
right now.
Vacation.
Texas on fire.
I'll send you a text anyway.
We are going on vacation.
Yay! You deserve it. Are you using your own money?
Part of it, yes. Mm-hmm.
Look at that. See, you grown up. You go, girl.
Thank you.
You taking your mom? You're going to treat your mom?
Blessings to all.
Blessings to all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Blessings
right,
to everybody.
Well, we will pray for you. If you're flying, we'll pray for you. Before, I don't trust these airlines anymore, and we lost Spirit. So.
I know.
Well, oh my God. I don't know what
you act like you got killed in a drive-by.
I never, no. let me tell you something.
Lost Spirit.
I took Spirit
lost
once.
Spirit. Yeah. So
I took it once, and that was good for me. That was like done. I said, after this, never again.
I'm sure Viv is adapted to it. She's like, I'm a pro.
Viv got caught. Viv was in Jersey, and her flight got canceled when Spirit went bankrupt. And then they gave her a voucher and said, yo, you're on your own, mama. Get home however you can.
What about
I
would call the credit card and dispute that?
Taking everyone for like $98.
Yeah, so JetBlue took her for $98.
Oh, okay.
But damn, that's
But
hard.
you only paid what, like 36 for the ticket or something like that? Something cheap. Yeah.
It was like 50.
50. So she got 50 ticket.
Yeah, but you know what? Yeah, but you know what? I mean, with Spirit, that's why I never really liked. Well, I didn't like it because of the attitude anyway. But the thing is, you pay $50 for the tickets. Well, how much you pay in luggages anyway? So basically, you're not really.
We don't use luggage, Iris.
Well, I do.
Me too.
I remember we're coming from one house to the other house. So
I know, but
when
you travel, like when you travel to other places, yeah, you're going from one house to another. I don't have that luxury. When I go from Jersey to Florida, I have to go to a hotel or whatever.
Right.
So
No, you don't. No, you don't. You never said,
well
"Hey,
now,
we're coming to Florida."
well
What?
now yes, but yeah, now yes, but normally that's what that is. So when I flew Spirit that one time, they charged. I forgot even. I think it was almost $100 for the luggage. Okay,
Uh-huh.
and on top of that, they left my connecting when I got there. The connecting flight had so I had to sleep at the airport for the next
Wow.
flight. Then they wanted to charge me again for luggage that was supposed to be handled from one flight into another. They wanted to charge me again, and
Horrible.
then they ended up putting me in another airport where I was supposed to in
Horrible.
DR.
That's horrible.
Yeah, I said no. I said, this happened to me once. They ain't happening twice. No, no, they could give it. They could give it to me, and the answer is no. Nope.
Mm.
That's why they feel bad when they went out of business. And they were the one that started this business about charging for the luggage, because that was not the case before. They were the one that introduced that. Now they all
What?
became greedy. Yeah,
You
they
mean
were.
Spirit? No,
Yeah,
but I know Southwest now does it. At one time,
now, but
Southwest, yeah, at
Southwest
one time.
now, yeah, now. But before that, Spirit was the one that started charging for luggages, because before that, it was part of your ticket.
Oh, I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know that. I didn't
Oh
know that.
yes, they
Oh, I
started
didn't know that.
asking for luggage, and then everybody started following suit after that.
That's
Now it's a money
horrible.
making thing.
But Viv got reimbursed, right, Annie? I mean, she got reimbursed.
No, she just had to
No,
get on another.
and
But
that
but
was
Lenny, if you pay with a credit card, you couldn't you
Oh,
dispute that?
yes, yes, yeah.
Future flights.
Okay.
Future flights.
Was Spirit future flight? Yeah, no future flight.
Future flights.
What future flight? No, they gone.
I don't even know what that is.
I mean, I kind of feel bad because my friend's brother was a pilot with
The flights that we had booked.
he flew out of
Was
Oh, no,
it?
no,
Orlando
she's
too.
talking about we had other flights. Did they reimbursed her for those flights they had for Puerto Rico?
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Okay.
Things are gonna get worse. They're not gonna. You're
Oh,
not
yeah.
gonna. Yeah, it's not gonna be. You're not gonna get nothing back. I think that's what's gonna come.
Well, you
It's like,
remember
well,
there's
your
Delta
loss.
Airlines that might close down. There's a couple other airlines that are in jeopardy of, they're in bankruptcy. There's
See that?
I think there's an internet GoFundMe with this one of these influencers that, is worth billions who is trying to buy Spirit.
Oh yeah, I saw that. A guy raised I don't know how much in I don't know in how. Yeah, I saw that. They said it could be
And
owned. It could be owned by the people.
yeah, I don't believe that.
Yeah, they all
That
start out
sounds
like
good
that.
until people start making money. Then you
Exactly.
see
Then
how
they let them
fast
for the
that
people.
owned by the people, for the
Yeah.
people, by the people goes to trash.
Mm-hmm. That's what they were saying. I saw that. Yes. Said okay. Good luck with that.
I always tell people, remember